Hello everyone, and welcome back to part 3 of the FAFSA countdown, the results of the FAFSA. So in today's video we are going to talk about two things in particular, and they are the outcomes of completing the FAFSA. And these two things are the student aid report and the expected family contribution. Oftentimes you'll see these things abbreviated as the SAR for the student aid report and the EFC for the expected family contribution. First, we're going to address the Student Aid Report, or SAR. The SAR is basically this big, long summary of everything that you put into the FAFSA. And this basically just allows you to see all the information you included, in addition to allowing you to see where it is that you sent the FAFSA to. That means you can see which schools you sent it to, so that way you can keep track if you have to add any others onto the list. After completing the FAFSA, it usually takes probably 7 business days for you to receive your SAR. You'll receive your SAR via email, and that'll be the one that's associated with your account. So do make sure that it's one that can receive outside emails, and it's one that you check regularly. In addition to the SAR having all of the information that you put into your FAFSA, it also is going to have at the very top underneath this box that includes kind of the basic information what your EFC is, and that's the expected family contribution, which we're going to talk about more later on in the video. I do highly recommend that you all, once you receive your SAR, take the opportunity to go back and look over the SAR to make sure all of the information that has been included is correct. If there is any mistake, it will be indicated. There'll be a little marker next to each section that is incorrect, and that will allow you then to know where the mistake is, so that way you can go back into your FAFSA, put in the correct information, and then hopefully have it all ready to go. What it really boils down to is it's a really easy way for you to fact check all the information that you have put into the FAFSA. Once you receive your SAR via email, I recommend that you print it out or at least save it somewhere on your computer so that way you can access it if you ever need it later. Now let's talk about that second big output, the EFC, or expected family contribution. Essentially, the EFC is used to determine your eligibility to receive federal financial aid. And this is done by taking all the information that you've put into the FAFSA, putting it through this big formula, and that'll generate your EFC. What the EFC is used for is to help determine what is your financial need. And you can determine your financial need by taking the cost of attendance, or COA, of a school, so that's going to be the total cost that you'll see online. You then subtract your EFC from that total number, and then from there, whatever number is left over is what is called your demonstrated need for a school. This is not a guarantee that you're going to receive that much financial aid from every school that you've applied to. This is just an indicator of what your demonstrated need is for that school. Some colleges do indicate that they will meet 100% of demonstrated need. If you're not sure if your college does that, check out their financial aid page, and it should indicate somewhere how much of demonstrated need they say they're willing to meet. Probably the most important piece of information that I can give to you about the EFC is that this is not an indicator of how much you will have to pay for college. This number is just used to calculate how much financial aid you can receive. If the number does appear to be incredibly out of the normal for what you were expecting to see, let your college advisor, guidance counselor, and someone from the financial aid office know. That way you can work out and trying to find out where the issue was, and they can get the EFC and FAFSA fixed to be more reflective of your family's income. When in doubt, call the financial aid office. They're here to help. And as always, if you have any questions about the FAFSA, EFC, SAR, COA, or any other crazy abbreviations you might have heard, send them to pagoestocollege@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to get back to you as soon as I can. Alright everyone, happy holidays, and I'll see you all next week.